Mandible. This is the largest and the strongest bone of face and one and only movable bone of skull. What are the different parts of this bone? It has got two parts, body and two rami. What is the demarcation between the body and ramus? If we draw one imaginary vertical line like this, just behind the position of the third molar tooth, this will be the mid between the body and ramus. That means the part behind in front of this line, this is known as body, and the part behind it is known as ramus. Now the anatomical position of this bone. Being a midline structure, students must hold it with both his or her hand like this. Now the anatomical position is described as the convexity of the body will look forward and the two rami will be posteriorly. Superior and inferior is determined by the coronoid process and the condylar process. They will look upward, and we can say the alveolar process also will look upward. And you have to hold it in such a manner that the inferior border of this bone will be in the horizontal plane like this. So this is the anatomical position of this bone. The next part is the presenting parts of this bone. For the body, the presenting parts are external surface and internal surface, and two borders. The borders are superior border or alveolar border. Why this is known as alveolar border? As you can see here, on the superior border there are multiple teeth are there, and as you can see here, this is the socket where the tooth will be present. And alveus means cavity. Due to the presence of multiple cavity-like sockets in the superior border, this is also known as alveolar border. And the base, this is the inferior border. The inferior border of the body is also known as base. Now the presenting parts of the ramus. The ramus has got two surfaces, outer by external surface, or you can say it lateral surface, and inner surface or medial surface. Same on this side, lateral surface, medial surface, or external surface and internal surface. And what are the borders? This one is the anterior border, this is the superior border, this one is the posterior border, and this is the inferior border. And the inferior border of the ramus, this is continuous with the inferior border of the body. These two are continuous. And the posterior border and the inferior border of the ramus, this is making one angle here. You can see this one is one angle which is known as mandibular angle. In case of adult, the value of this angle is about 110 to 115 degree. Mind it, this value is in case of adult. This is the superior border. You can see here there are two processes present in the superior border. The process which is just like the beak of a bird, this one. This is known as coronoid process, and this is present anteriorly, and this process which is just like knuckle. See here, these are known as knuckles, and this process resembles just like knuckles. So this is known as condylar process, which is present posteriorly. And in between these processes, there is one notch present, which is known as mandibular notch. According to some author, this is also known as masseteric notch. And this one is the anterior border. So these are the presenting parts of this bone. Now we'll go into detail of bony features. For the description of bony features, first let us start with body. Now this is the body of mandible, which has external surface. First let us see the bony features of the external surface. Before going into that, look at this bone from side, just like L-shaped. So these two halves, they will join along the midline at the symphysis menti. Though this is known as symphysis menti, this is not a symphysial joint. You have to remind this. Now the bony feature at the symphysis menti, look at this space. There is one protrusion which is triangular in shape. Menti means chin. Anything related with chin is known as menti. So this protuberance is known as mental protuberance. And at the base of this protuberance, there are two tubercles present, which are known as mental tubercles. Now look at the body from side, this or that side. You can see here there is one foramen, which is known as mental foramen. What is the position of this foramen? In case of adult, this foramen is present at the middle between the superior and the inferior border of the body, as well as if we draw a vertical line in between the two premolar, we'll get this mental foramen. Another feature of the external surface is one oblique line, which will start from one mental tubercle, will go upward and backward just below this mental foramen, and will get continuous with the anterior border of ramus. So the bony features of the external surfaces are mental protuberance, mental tubercles, oblique line, and this one is the mental foramen. Other than this, just below this incisor teeth, there are two fossae on this two sides. These two fossae are known as incisive fossa. Now the features of the internal surface of the body. At the level of symphysis menti, there are two tubercles are present here. These two are two genial tubercles, superior and inferior. Just like one oblique line present on the outer surface, there is again one oblique line which is known as mylohyoid line, and below which there is presence of mylohyoid groove. And this mylohyoid line is dividing this into two parts. The part which is present above is known as sublingual fossa, and the part which is present below is known as submandibular fossa. Now the bony features of the inferior border. Now look at the inferior border just on both sides of the symphysis. These are two fossa. These are known as digastric fossa. And the superior border, you can see multiple sockets are there for the lodgement of teeth. Regarding the ramus, the external surface, there are multiple bony ridges. On the internal surface, there is presence of one foramen again almost at the middle, which is known as mandibular foramen, and this is leading to one canal. This is known as mandibular canal. Now, regarding borders, the anterior border is continuous with the oblique line. Superior border has got two features, this coronoid process and condylar process, and one notch, mandibular notch, This one is the posterior border and this one is the inferior border. One thing you have to remember, there is presence of one lingula, a tongue-like projection which is guarding this mandibular foramen.